Olá, boa noite a todos, bem-vindos ao Porto Expresso. Como sabem, na semana passada tive cá a Elsa Pereira, vimos os aspectos que o Reconnective Healing, Cura Reconectiva, tem em comum na evolução de todos os clientes com que partilhamos esta caminhada. Já tive aqui o Dr. Eric Pearl e o Guilherme Poli a falar do Porto O.N.E Experience, a acontecer no dia 2 e 3 de julho no Hotel Ipanema Park. O nível 2, o fim de semana de imersão, que faz parte do Porto O.N.E Experience. O nível 1 online também o faz e vocês, mal se registram, têm acesso a ele. E hoje vou partilhar mais um vídeo de uma das partes do nível 1 online, o portal. Vocês têm acesso a este nível 1, podem repeti-lo, ir apenas revisitar uma ou outra parte e partilhar também com todos os que estão em vossa casa e os vossos amigos, para que comecem a interagir com as frequências. Esta secção fala-nos sobre o que é, afinal, o Reconnective Healing. Sabe-se que começa um processo de expansão de consciência, portanto é algo de espiritual, mas não é necessário acreditar, é apenas necessário abrir-se a um novo processo. Então, se não é necessário acreditar, apesar das evidências que a ciência já nos apresenta, qual é a diferença entre a espiritualidade de que nós falamos, a religião, e como é que elas se encontram hoje com a ciência, com os factos científicos que nós hoje conhecemos? O Dr. Eric Pearl vai falar-nos um pouco sobre isso. Vou partilhar então esta parte do nível online.
Human beings are questioning beings by nature. There are many things that we are driven to understand, driven to explore. Big pictures, the concept of religion, spirituality, God, love, the intelligence of the universe, an infinite field of wisdom. I believe that when we're looking at this bigger picture, one of the techniques, one of the steps, one of the approaches that many of us take to look at the overall picture is through religion itself. And I view our multiple religions as windows that allow us to find perspective into the larger picture. One window might show a synagogue, one might show a mosque, one might show a church, one might show a temple or a shrine. Various synagogues and mosques and churches and temples and shrines. Others might just simply show a palm tree or a beach. And often we find that we spend our lives looking out of just one window. Maybe the same window that our parents looked out of, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, and something inside of us is hoping that our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren look out of that window too. Interestingly enough, sometimes we'll meet someone and they've looked out of their window all of their lifetimes, generation after generation, and their window shows a different picture. If we come from fear, we find that we are in argument and conflict over the different pictures to various degrees. We think that if their window shows one thing and ours shows something else, that one of us has to be wrong. But maybe we meet someone who makes us feel so comfortable within ourselves that we're willing to, without judgment, look at the view from their window. And if and when it shows us something different than ours, we no longer view it as being in conflict, but we view it as being an extension of a larger picture. Once we gain that understanding, we feel more free to look out of multiple windows, and we see more of the picture and more of the picture, greater aspects. But you see, even if we look out of each and every window of each and every religion, we're never going to see the whole picture. Because each window, the view is limited by the window frame. And the view is further limited by the wall that supports the frame that supports each window. So really, only once we are willing to all step outside from our windows, join hands, go up under the roof, have a party, maybe then we can begin to see a greater picture, 360 degrees in all directions. Who is the one person at that party in the roof who can't see 360 degrees in all directions? It's the person who joins the party carrying their window frame with them. You see, you can't add a window frame to a free picture and make it more. When we add the frame, we simply reduce it to what fits within that picture. You know, for many, science and spirituality appear to be in conflict. But are they? Are they in conflict with one another? Truly. There was a time when science and religion attempted to walk in opposite directions, and they felt that they could because they also believed that the earth was flat. Ultimately, that the universe was flat, but it's not, it's round. And so, as science began its attempted journey away from religion, it began to progress from separate and distinct to relativity to quantum to consciousness to what many refer to as truth. And religion began to rediscover the spirituality and love that originally inspired it. And we are so fortunate as to live at a time today where these two have returned from their journeys, albeit somewhat unintentionally, carrying gifts of support for one another, for what spirituality has been waiting patiently for us to recognize. When we talk to someone who says, I can't be involved in spirituality because I'm a scientific kind of guy, we have to understand that this person is not really well versed in science, because if they were, they would understand that unified field quantum physics is bringing us the support and the understanding that spirituality has simply been patiently waiting for us to recognize.
E aqui está a grande diferença, ou não, entre ciência e espiritualidade. A importância da física quântica, mais uma vez, e o facto de, neste processo de expansão de consciência, as nossas crenças não são limitantes e podem muitas vezes ser questionadas, porque muitas vezes aquilo em que nós acreditamos são defesas que temos dos nossos medos, muitas vezes inconscientes. E, portanto, largar a janela, experienciar umas outras percepções e depois ir ao telhado e ter a vista de 360 graus, esse é o percurso que estas frequências nos levam. Espero que me tenham acompanhado e que tenham gostado desta partilha. Sabem que estou disponível para sessões, para esclarecimentos, os meus contactos estão na descrição e têm muito por onde explorar aqui no meu canal YouTube. Até à semana, entretanto, vou deixar mais uma meditação com as frequências de cura reconectiva. Estejam atentos. Boa noite. Obrigada.